From the result of experiment, we can understand the electrolyzed water is very powerful to neutralize acidity. Next, we're going to talk about grouping water of small molecule. We would like to know what grouping water of small molecule is and how much help it has to health.
You must be aware that the body is composed of 60 millions of cells, and every day, 7 million of them are dead in a natural aging. Take a guess how these dead cells are metabolized. This is a very important issue. Those dead cells stay inside the body for 3 to 5 years, and they then become tumors. And maybe 10 or 20 years later, they finally turn into cancer. Hence, you'll realize the importance of the body's metabolism.
What can we do to metabolize those stuffs that should be?
If we drink the water of small molecules every day, then these tiny molecules can infiltrate into the cell membranes, driving out those residue of waste and acidity from the body.
It says drinking grouping water of small molecule enhances the metabolism.
Speaking of grouping water, it was found thousands of years ago by ancestors. There was a kind of water named Ganglang Shui, recorded in native Chinese plants. Its function was very similar with grouping water of small molecules. The efficacy of medication can be taken out quickly from herbs by the permeability of the Ganglang Shui. What is the way to obtain Ganglang Shui? They have river water collected in a huge vat, and then they keep the water scooped up and down in height. Repeating this action thousands of times, the molecules of water get tiny by hitting each other. Finally, it's formed as grouping water of small molecules.
So, the similar grouping water of small molecule was used in Chinese medication 1,000 years ago. Is it possible to get this kind of water in the old way ancestors discovered?
Of course, but you must get water to hit more than thousands of times.
How can we tell if small molecule exists in electrolyzed water, since all of these water have no color and flavor?
I'll show you what grouping water of small molecule is by an experiment of tea leaves. Here are some tea leaves, and we're going to put a spoon of them in 3 different kinds of water. We can check out the pure water to see if there's any change now.
It makes no color on pure water.
You are right, because it belongs to grouping water of big molecules and cannot infiltrate into the tea leaves. The same way to tap water. Can you see any difference?
They make no difference.
The same result happens to tap water, because it's big molecules and not able to dissolve tea leaves neither. Let's move on to the next test, to electrolyzed water.
Here comes out tea color quickly, so everybody can see the big difference among them.
The electrolysis water is the grouping water of small molecule so easily infiltrates into tea leaves to dissolve the color of leaves. Regarding tea leaves as cells of body, then it's easy to understand how convenient electrolyzed water infiltrates into cells of body, cleaning up those accumulated waste and acidic toxins.
Do you have any idea about grouping water of small molecule now? The grouping water of small molecule enables to improve the metabolism of body and drives out the waste and acidic toxins from cells. In the way, it makes cells activated. Some friends of mine have problems of uric acid, gout, and even calculus. All acidic toxins of diseases can be metabolized by grouping water of small molecule.
There are many reasons to cause problems of gout, calculus, and cardiovascular disease. The most main of them are listed as below: acidic physique, poor metabolism, overeating of food in high fat and cholesterol. Particularly, overeating food of high fat and cholesterol keeps those blood fat, triglyceride, and cholesterol remaining in the inner blood vessel wall. It makes blood vessel narrowed to show a slow blood circulation. Day after day, problems of the gout, calculus, cardiovascular disease, and even apoplexy are occurred. But the result of coming experiments will know these problems can be solved by grouping water of small molecules in electrolyzed water. Next, we're going to have an experiment of dissolution with salad oil and different kinds of water. In the beginning, we test it on pure water. Then the tap water everybody has at home, and the electrolyzed water in hand. It is a bottle of salad oil, and we're going to use it in experiment. With the result of experiment, you'll realize the oil is not able to dissolve in water. Let's check if the oil can be dissolved in water. We're going to drop a few of oil in pure water.
And you can see it still floats on water.
Oil is unable to dissolve in water. Take a look at tap water. The oil floats on water as well.
Yep, you're right.
It does. How about electrolyzed water?
Wow, the oil is completely
now everybody
dissolved.
Pays attention.
The electrolyzed has a very strong permeability.
It's true.
The grease spreads out in electrolyzed water rapidly.
Everybody
It looks like
here.
something on explosion.
We know the electrolyzed water is the grouping water of small molecule, which can be dissolved and dispersed in a minute. The smaller the molecule grouping of water is, the stronger permeability and dissolution it has. Because of ionization, the water molecule becomes very tiny to infiltrate into cell membrane, dissolving extra triglyceride, cholesterol, and blood fat. Therefore, it makes improvement on blood circulation. It is the best cleaner of blood and works well on body shaping to fattiness.
The electrolysis water is really something, and I'm very curious about its efficacy. By the way, it's a good thing to the patients of chronic diseases. We just